beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, hi, Louie. Yeah, your food. It's up at the house. You can go get that. How about? Okay. Nope. Cannot come in. Hey, how's it going? I know. Every time he wants to come in. And I feel bad every time. But it's not gonna happen. Oh. Yeah, let's sit down for a minute. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. It's just a little cool out, you know. It's the time of year. If you can't talk about weather, what can you talk about? Though I've lived in a lot of places and it's pretty much the same everywhere. Everybody says, in every place. Well, you know how it is in insert state, city, county, place here. Well, you know how it is in wherever. Just wait 5 minutes and the weather will change. It's like, that's the only place that's like that, exactly. Or, well, we have 2 seasons, road construction and winter. I don't know, whatever. or summer and, you know, wow, I haven't had enough coffee this morning. Tourist season, summer and tourist season, or winter and tourist season, or whatever. You know, I mean, every place is the same and every place is different. So, and we all feel like our place is special, and that's the way it should be. We should always think our place is special. Well, today, I've just got a day this week to work, and so what are we going to do today? What is it, the one work thing that we're going to do, since we just have one day this week to do it? What is it going to be? Well, yes, you guessed it. I guess you already knew. We're going to work on Dusty. More of the same that we've done in the past couple weeks. And if you're bored of that, well, first of all, nobody's forcing you to be here. I'm glad you are. But, you know, you have choices in your life you can make. And second of all, are you 13? Is there, if something goes past 15 minutes and something doesn't blow up or break or get built, then you're not interested? Well, pretty sure you're not 13. So I'm pretty sure you can handle a long-term project. In fact, I'm sure you either have one or, if not for real, in your head. So it's got to start somewhere. Okay. Well, this coffee is not going to drink itself. But I think I am going to, yeah, just start grinding and welding and kind of show you where I'm at, where I'm going, and see if this week it goes better than last week. The theory is this: if you make mistakes and figure it out, then the next time you just skip over the mistakes part and do the figured out part, and it should go better. So we'll see. Or I might discover new mistakes. You know, that sounds like something I would do too. Anyway, again, glad you're here. Glad you showed up. Let's keep plugging away, grinding away at Dusty, the 1936 Dodge pickup. It's gonna be great. I can't wait until it's done. But until then, we'll have some fun. And I just rhymed. I'm sorry. All right, well, we've got that patch handled. Actually, it went way better than the other ones, which goes to prove old dogs can learn new tricks. So, I know, I just kind of did a joke on myself. So, I have noticed I've gotten a little bit more curmudgeonly in, you know, the past few years. And I don't know why. I don't know why. In fact, story time. I went to Tractor Supply, which is a, I don't know, farm supply store in my area. Not sponsored. No, not at all. To get some pipe so I can cut a length of it and weld it to make my hinge work on the tailgate here. So I always park like way out. The parking lot's basically an eighth full, cars scattered everywhere. I park far out in the parking lot because I don't like parking next to people. It's just the way I am. Right? It makes sense. So, as I'm sitting there, getting ready to get out of the car, this guy pulls into the parking spot directly behind me to park. Now, you might think, well, what's wrong with that? He can park wherever he wants. Agreed. He can park wherever he wants. Why does he want to park there? There's empty spots all around me. Why does he want to park there? I felt a little crabby about it. But I kept it inside, which is the way you should handle anger. Just hold it in. Don't let it out. And it'll be better. Eventually, it just kind of assimilates itself into your whole being, and you're better for it. So, anyway, I just kind of let that go and went in and did my business and came out, and, you know, I got some more metal for sheet metal work and some different things. So, anyway, that was a random old man story that I guess you didn't need to know. But anyway, I'm going to start grinding this. It kind of looks like I welded this on, actually. If you just want to be honest, I mean, look at it. But I think it's what's left of an original mount, because I can see the bolt heads here that clearly was coming loose, and so in a past life, I welded it on. So I'm going to grind it all off. Lots of sparks. I'm going to cut a length of this pipe, and we're going to tack it on and weld it, and it'll be great. So the story's supposed to go. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get to it. You just enjoy the light show. final result, and I have to say, as bad as it looks, it's better than what I thought it would turn out to be. And also the tailgate does work. The tailgate is bent though, quite badly, but it will, whoops, I got the chain in there. It will lock in. As intended. So, of course, remember this is what the old side looked like. And this is my handiwork. So I'll get that painted, and actually I'm pretty sure nobody will be able to know the difference. And I have a working tailgate for the first time in 2 years. So I'm finding my legs on welding. You just got to do it. And finding the right setting for the right thickness, and prepping the metal properly. You probably noticed underneath all of the booger welding, there are 2 plates because I had to space this out to get it to the proper location. So I had some plate left over from, well, it's the same plate that I used to box the frame. So it's just this stuff here. So I just stacked 2 of those, welded one, welded the other, and got her done. And then this is my patch job on this side, which actually I did it in a fraction of the time because I skipped over the mistakes that I made on the other side. I was just like, why don't I just not do those things? And it went really well. So just keep after it. It will work out eventually. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, decided to take a break from my successful welding project because we don't want to forget about the Dustang, you know, and well, if you remember last week, it was running like this. So, I woke up like, I don't know, 2 nights ago, basically hitting my forehead with my hand. I don't know. I have no excuse. There's 0 excuses. What came into my mind was, hey, you know what it's running like? It's 180 degrees out of phase. 180, 340, 726, whatever the number is. Well, I woke up thinking, remembering, hey, dummy, you pulled the distributor at one point while you were, you know, kind of getting the engine ready to wake up from its long nap. And you changed plugs and all of that. When you stabbed it, did you stab it in, you know, phased correctly? Or is it like 180 degrees out? And I was like, well, actually, I don't know. So I just re-stabbed it in 180 degrees from where it was, top dead center. And now we're gonna crank it up and see if it runs smoothly. I haven't. I don't do this stuff without you. I don't want to, you know, see if it works and then call you over and say, hey, look at this. I don't know if it works. Let's see. I would rather you see my, you know, well, just be here with me. So anyway, let me turn the key on, you know, because I'm good at making sure that all batteries hooked up, everything's good. I've got the vacuum gauge hooked up here. So let's crank it up, see what happens. Okay, it's not in gear. I won't be run over. Let me just check that. It shouldn't be. Let me just check that. I don't like getting run over. Nope. It's rolling free. We're good to go. Let's crank it up. Give it a couple squirts. Ooh. Okay, that's acting like it. Did I plug the plug in? Yep. No? Is that not right? It's not starting at all now. I've got everything plugged in. That's plugged in, that's plugged in, that's plugged in. Try it again. Okay, now it's acting like it's out of phase. Okay. Because it's not starting at all. All right, so that was wrong. I didn't do it the, oh, well, okay, no. Let's double check something. So, I also said last week that I was going to rebuild the distributor, but the parts haven't come yet. So I just put the old parts back in. Let's make sure it's sparking. Keys on. See if it's sparking. It is sparking. There's sparking on it. It's not a great spark, I will say. Like we talked about, it's really only sparking on one side because I believe it's bent. Well, I just ran in for lunch, and when I came out again, I had some packages for me, and I bet they have something to do with this distributor. So I'm going to verify and make sure that all of these parts are correct. Well, you know, I ordered a couple other things too. It wasn't just that, but okay. Ooh, a sticker, which I already have 20 million of, so I don't need it. All right, what's in this package? Oh, here's a knife. Like, I have like 10 knives, but never one near me when I need it. A razor blade will do. Oh, well, this isn't mine. I don't think Clinique gives you stickers. And I'm pretty sure I didn't order Moisture Surge. Well, I mean, look at this complexion. Clearly I use it. Ooh, I got a new makeup pouch. Okay, so I guess this isn't my package. I guess I'll just put this back where I found it. Must be someone else's in my house. Okay, let me, don't tell her I opened it, okay? Well, it's clear I opened it because, and she's not gonna care, honestly. It's not make any difference. Oh, okay, there you go. FD77, it looks like the right one. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh yeah, it's a little ground strap. This is a little ground strap that goes in there. Just gonna go ahead and make sure it has all the juices, all the sparks. And here, oh, this one looks way better than the one that's in there. Holy buckets. Oh yeah, there's the points. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the new, just double check it. Is it the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. Goes this way. Yeah. Vacuum advance. I'm just gonna throw this one on there. That one might be working. That's fine if it is, but it's also really old and rusty. And let's just go ahead and freshen it up. Got the new diaphragm, everything's happy. So, got a battery charger going here. You know, yeah, keep the battery in healthy tip-top shape. It came off. That was my fault. There you go. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not welding because we got parts. So let me get to it. It's only a partial order. And they sent me the wrong one. I mean, either that or the guy that does my ordering just ordered the wrong one. I'll have to speak to him. Hey! It's me. I'm the guy. So, you can probably barely distinguish the differences, but there are some, especially if you look at the base. The one at the top is the old one, the one at the bottom is the new wrong one. So, I'm gonna get with my purchasing department. The cap and rotor, which are missing, aren't going to be here till next week, according to the tracking thing. I think that's all I'm missing, other than the correct parts for the inside. Okay. Yeah. You know, this reminds me of the time when I went to try to get some work done and I didn't have the parts I needed and I had to wait for them. And then they came and then they were the wrong parts and not enough parts. And then I had to wait some more. Reminds me of that story. Which is also this story. Okay, false alarm. Let's just go back over here. Can someone clean up all of this mess that I just made? Thanks. Thanks very much. So, the auto parts store happened to have the correct part for the distributor. So they just delivered it. I put it in there. Also, while I was waiting and doing it, I was double checking I was getting spark here. After I put that on, I'm getting a very strong spark. So then I decided to just uncover all of the, well, you know, on the flywheel, they have the marks for timing. There was a mark scribed, but it was too rusty to kind of see the rest of them. So I uncovered the rest of them. and reoriented number 1 with where it should be on the flywheel. Yeah, so I just figured we'd try to crank it up again, see if there's any difference. Still waiting on cap and rotor, but since I'm getting a strong spark here, that's not gonna really change anything whether I have that new one on there or not. So anyway, check, make sure I turn the key on. Key is on. Let's give this a try. Yeah. It's not good when coolant starts pushing out of here while you're cranking it. It's not a good sign. That is a bad sign. Okay, I'll just show you what I'm seeing, if you can see it. I don't know if you can, but we're gonna see. It's sparking. We got sparkles to the cylinders, but I'm guessing not at the right time. Okay, let's see, turn this off. We're not even getting it to start anymore, so that's, you know, we're winning. Winning already. Doesn't really matter. We have sparkles. We've got fuel. I don't feel like we have timing. All right. Ah! Oh my goodness. What do we got for a vacuum? All right, it's late on timing. Where's my thingamajigger? You know, the biggest struggle I have is where did I put my tool? All right, can I do this without? Whoops. Oh, it's awesome. All right, we're still pushing coolant out. But you and I both know this is the best it's run. I'm just going to get that exhaust outside. And like, I don't know, ever. Can you believe this? We got excellent vacuum. Idle it down a little. Okay, we've got good oil pressure. The alternator's alternating. This is amazing. All right, so I'm going to open the door just a little bit more so I can get this back end out of here. Wow. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, I know, but you know. Okay, so it's pushing out coolant. Let me go get something it can push out into. Not exactly sure why it's doing that. We'll just let it be. I just want it to idle here and warm up. Let's get some temperature in it. Wow. I have not heard it run like this since, well, when we first started it on the old carburetor before it stopped running well. You know, it wouldn't take throttle, it wouldn't do anything very well. And here it is again, just ticking away. Yeah, fuel looks good. So I'm still a little worried about the head gaskets. I really want to get this thing up to temperature now that it's running. Just see if it'll be okay or not. Oil looks good. I can feel the heat already. These are heating up. Still pushing out coolant. We are pulling fuel from the tank. So the fuel in the tank is good. The fuel pump's working. Idle it down just a little more. Very, very cool. Well, it's taking a while to warm up. It's basically the water temperature here is 160. I don't know what thermostat is in there, and it hasn't opened yet. So I've just been leaving it running to give it a chance to warm up. Listen to that though. It's like a sewing machine. Checking out the back here. Yeah, it's still very much it's not that thick white smoke, you know, that Marcus Aurelius over here had. It's not the kind of smoke that tells me immediately we have a blown head gasket. The oil's still good. We got nothing in the water. Well, at least nothing yet. And it could just need to get warmed up, you know. So I'm just going to let it run for a while. I'll probably let it run for a while and then turn it off, push it back in, let it cool off, check everything over. If I can't get this to open, I may take this top radiator hose off and just look in there. I mean, it's been in there a long time. It could be gunked up and stuck. And I replaced the hose, but I never replaced the thermostat itself because maybe it works, you know. But it doesn't seem to be opening. I gave it a few little taps as well. So if I can't get it to open here, I'll just do that. We'll let it cool down and then take the thermostat out, take a look at it. Maybe we got to pop another one in there to get it to work. But the car is not overheating at all. So, I mean, it barely wants to heat up in the first place. And I can't remember, because it's been like forever. When I replaced that hose, it seems like I would have, you know, poked my nose down there to see if it even had a, I don't know if you remember, but if it had a thermostat in it, I don't remember. So, yeah, we'll just see. If it won't heat up, we'll shut her down, let it cool off, and then I'll drain some coolant out so I can get to that. So, anyway, but it is awesome news. If this is going to behave and do all the things besides the thermostat, I can start moving on toward, does it have a clutch? Does it have brake fluid in the brake fluid holder? I don't know. I didn't check it. but the carburetor's doing carburetor things, and distributor's doing distributor things, fuel pump doing the right things. Everything's doing what it's supposed to, except maybe possibly the thermostat. So every once in a while it kind of shudders, maybe a little mist to it. I really would like it to get warmed up all the way, but tell you what, don't stand around here with this cold air blowing in. Grab yourself something to drink, and yeah, we'll come back to this and I'll let you know what I'm finding out. Oh, I had to go back to coffee. I mean, I know that's not usually an end of the day drink, but this is my Optimist Club. I was never part of an Optimist Club, but I feel like I'm just an honorary member. You know, I don't feel like I need to apply for membership. I think I was like born a member of the Optimist Club. So, Youth Foundation says, no kids left indoors, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm a huge fan of no kids being left indoors. I wasn't always, as a, younger human, I wouldn't have appreciated that very much. I mean, I like to go outside. Yeah, I don't remember hating going outside. I hated doing my chores, but that's not the same thing. But I would swap chores with my sisters. I would swap outdoor chores that were theirs for indoor chores that were mine. Like, I'd mow the lawn for them for their 30 minutes if they clean my bathroom, or the bathroom. I think we only had one. Pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, that's just the way it goes. Though I do remember I was supposed to load the wood box with firewood. It was, I don't know how old I was, 10, 11, 12. That was my job for the day, and I didn't do it. I don't know if it was a matter of just willfully disregarding a direct order. I don't believe it was. It was on a list, so it was probably more like, not important to me. Staying warm was important to me. It was winter, but I don't know. I just felt like maybe nobody would notice that I didn't do it. It's possible. Anyway, well, they did notice that I didn't do it, and so I had to go out and fill the wood box. We had this little cart. It's like a wheelbarrow, but like a two-wheel wheelbarrow. It's kind of shaped like this, and so you could push it forward and tip the wood out. And it had like just plastic wheels. They weren't pneumatic or anything. And I was pushing it from the wood pile. I was mad. I was mad. I had a bad attitude about it. I was mad that they noticed that I hadn't done the chore and were making me do it like it was their fault, not my fault. And so I'm pushing the cart down the path, and there was one point where you'd pop it up on a cement pad, coming to the house. And I just, I had to take several cart loads. And on one of the cart loads, I was angrily pushing the cart and slammed it up against the cement pad to pop it up, and it broke one of the plastic wheels. on the cart. You know, I have kids now, you know, so I understand kids are hard on things. But I broke it because I was mad irrationally. My wife told me today she was rearranging one of the, two girls stay in one room. They have their room. It's their room. And she said, I looked behind the door and it's like they slammed the door open and dented the sheetrock. And she said, I thought we put a little thing there on the sheetrock so when the knob or handle hit, it would not punch through. And I was like, well, maybe they slammed it so hard that that thing fell off, and then they threw it away, and then they slammed it again. I don't know, you know, probably in anger, again, irrationally. So kids are kids. Kids are hard on houses and equipment. So, I don't have any kids in here. So if I break something or something breaks, it's probably my fault. So anyway, I don't know how I got off on that whole nonsense. No kids left indoors. Coffee. Isn't it great that the Dustang is running? Now we can move on to other things. I'll put that cap and rotor on when they come in, just so it has a fresh one on there. Check the thermostat. I have to do that. I'll do that next week and kind of move forward with the project. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, I hope you had, if you're, you know, in my area, a happy Thanksgiving. If you're not in my area, I just hope you had a good week in general, and drank plenty of coffee, had plenty of apple juice out of your juice box fridge, and just enjoyed life and enjoyed the work that you had to do, because, you know, I firmly believe we're made to do work. Work is good. It gives us a sense of accomplishment, fulfillment, and it makes relaxing a lot more pleasant. You've done some work beforehand. So anyway, glad you're hanging out with me, and I guess we'll see you next week. We'll see what kind of thing we can do, get done. You know, who knows, maybe not. Maybe we'll just sit in these chairs and drink coffee all week, and that'll be satisfying. No? Okay, see ya.